Hi, my name is Harvey Epstein. You may know me as one of the most powerful movie producers in the world, known for just stunning blockbusters such as Kazam, Waterworld, Street Fighter 3. I skipped the sequel because I had a little issue with one of the girls on set, but came back around for the third one and we did pretty good numbers. All the Troll movies, the Leprechaun movies, I'm Howard the Duck, you name it. I am one of the most world renowned movie producers. Now, that's all good. Yeah, great. You must be rich. Oh, it's so cool. You're a movie producer. You're powerful. You hobnob with the Clintons. You're super powerful. You fly on private jets with CIA members, and somehow people think you work for the CIA. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But anyway, that's not why I love my job. That's actually the horrible part of the job. All the politic and the hobnobbing. Now it is good to sell women to these people because then you have blackmail on them for the rest of their lives and you can basically have a free pass to do whatever you want as long as you don't end up in jail ready to testify. That's the only trick. But that's not what this story is about. This story is about a casting call, which, by the way, is my favorite part of the job because you can get any girl to do anything to be in any one of these blockbuster films. And that's basically how I've made my bones. I have no creativity. I'm not funny. I don't write. I can't produce. I don't even know how to hold a camera. So anyway, let me just tell you probably my favorite story, but it's also one of the weirder stories, and it's put me into some new fetishes that I didn't think existed. So one day we're doing casting for a movie called Troll 7. Yeah, we're chasing down Fast and Furious and sequels with these movies. These are pretty good movies. But anyway, I digress. So, man, this just sticks in my memory. Yeah, I get chills just thinking about it. It's just, oh my God, it's worse than my bris. And I don't even remember that. Anyway, so I'm casting for Troll 7. And this beautiful little blonde girl walks in for casting. And I'm like, oh, cool, cool. And she's got three bears with her. One's clearly a papa bear. I could tell he's big alpha male. One's a mama bear nurturing this little baby bear. And I'm like, okay, so they got a cub, little baby bear. And I'm like, okay, there's a bear family with this girl. That must be her security. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Is she Russian? Maybe they have bears for security. Who the hell knows? So anyway, I say, well, the way this works is we don't really read lines here. You just kind of impress me and do your thing. So I'm like, wink, wink. She's looking there. She's like, okay. So it's like, so what are you going to do for me? And I was like, she comes up to me. She grabs my tie like this. And I was like, no. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Why don't you show me what you can do on your bears here? So she goes to Papa Bear, and right away she's caressing his back. She starts blowing in his ear, and he gets this giant red rocket erection. So she's like, oh wow, okay. She's like, I'm really turning this bear on. I didn't know I could do this. So she proceeds down, and she goes down on Papa Bear. So Papa Bear is sitting there and he's moaning and groaning, and then Goldilocks, she just starts screaming. So when she starts screaming, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, this guy he's hung like a grizzly bear, but he's really only a black bear. I mean, that's pretty lucky. I know as a Jewish man, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to say it. Well, anyway, so she starts going down on him and she just screams. And I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, my lips, they're burning. It's too hot. It's hot. And I'm like, a penis, it doesn't have that much temperature to it. But apparently bears are very promiscuous and carry a lot of STDs. So with these STDs comes burning sensations. So yeah, like the porridge in the real Goldilocks story, yeah, you're thinking to yourself like, oh, maybe it's too hot. But no, it's still burning. It's just a different type of sensation. So she moves on. She's like, whew, I can't take this. So she goes on to the little baby bear, right? Another little boy. He's got a little bear penis, but it suffices. But his isn't as red as Papa Bear's. It's a little bluer, And then she puts her mouth on that, and she starts going. She's going. He blows his load really quick, but she's trying to impress me, so she just keeps going, and it kind of softens up. And it turns out, after a minute or so, she's like, my lips are freezing. I can't do this anymore. So his porridge, if you will, was a little too cold. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, there's only two other porridges in here. One's mine, and I'm not ready to go, especially after I just saw those STDs transmitted. So now I'm thinking to myself, I haven't seen lesbian action in a long, long time. But Goldilocks, she's a prude. She's not a prude with guys, but with girls, maybe she'd make out with one or two to impress somebody at a party. But really, she's like, I guess I let you down, Harvey. So I said to her, I was like, there is a way. And she's like, oh, I don't know. She was real nervous, but Mama Bear came up to her and started caressing her and gently, glided her head down her front of her body, and my golly, she starts going down on Mama Bear. So now, Goldilocks is just into it. I could see her dripping. She's dripping everywhere. There's a puddle underneath her skirt. She's 17, which, us movie producers, we like that. So anyway, she's got this puddle dripping down, and she starts liking it. I'm like, wow, you must really be a lesbian. But then she gets really insecure when I say, you must be a lesbian. She's like, I need someone to fuck me. I need a guy. I was like, well, I'm getting ready. I'm ready to go. So, I pull my trousers down. I wear those, those knee suspenders that you wear to hold your socks up. So I had to get those down. It's kind of a fumbling experience. A little not smooth, I wouldn't say. And anyway, but so I saunter up there, and I'm like, oh, oy vey. I get into Goldilocks, and I'm going into Goldilocks, and she's eating out Mama Bear, and and then some out of nowhere, I feel this big paw come up to me from behind. It reminded me of Debo from Friday, just that big, and that big paw grabs me, and I had no choice but to give in, and I'm like, oh boy, I got to get out of this. I'm trying to slip away on her pussy juice, but I can't slip away. And I hate to say this, but I felt a burning sensation in my anus. So, to me, fucking a bear as a Jew, it's not kosher. It's just not kosher. But I'll tell you what, it's something that I can't get out of my brain. It's etched into my brain for the rest of my life. And I'll tell you what, till the day I hang myself in prison, it's going to be there. So anyway, moving on, Papa Bear comes in my ass. And now I can't even sit down. I have to sit on a nice cool pillow all the time. And just to ease the sensation, Preparation H isn't doing it for me. But it's okay because I still get mine when I'm putting my women in my movies, But ever since then, every day since then, I hope and I pray. On Manischewitz, I'm thinking to myself, oh, oy vey, if only the next casting girl could bring in a few bears. And I'll tell you what, I've dined and wined and dined with kings and queens, caviar wishes and champagne dreams. I hope I got that right. But I'll tell you one thing I never did in my life up until that point. That day, I met the Aristocrats.